Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to your, I would say weekly messages, but it's more like 5 days because I didn't do this on Monday and Tuesday. I am going to pull a couple of oracle cards while people are hopping on Facebook. Let's see who comes in today. And I do apologize that I didn't get this done on time. I was with a friend who needed me over the past couple days, so I promise it wasn't just me slacking off. I actually did have some stuff that needed to be taken care of. Hello, Brandon. Hello, Mari. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so first thing coming up, we have masculine. Okay, so this is the concept of divine masculinity that lives within us all. We have both femininity and masculinity, and so there are all sorts of ways that this comes up in our lives through motivation, work ethic. All of that can be attributed to, in large part, the masculine, whereas the feminine is more of the creation, nurturer, all of that stuff. So it looks like you're being called to put more things into action this week. It's definitely going to be more of the pursuit, making things happen, getting things done. And Mari, you want more of this deck? I'll definitely do a 3-card pick this time around, but I'm not going to do that with this deck, but I can pull a couple more. I like this deck, so that's fine with me. And then we have conflict. So this is also typical when you are trying to figure out what do you want to get done, what do you want to make happen, how far, balance between your head and your heart. Do you want to follow your instinct or go more on the logical side? So it looks like you're going to have to figure out a way to make decisions that's in alignment with your goals more so than one ruling over the other. Just think about where you want to be, where you want to go, and that's going to help you figure out what actions you need to take. Okay, and then we also have receiving frequency. It's going to be a good time to meditate this week. Kind of just set yourself up so that you're open to information coming in about your next steps. That is also going to help. Yes, hello to everyone who's hopping on, if I haven't already said hello to you. And then let's do relationship cards. So this one will be for if you are in partnership, and then the next one will be for if you are single. Okay, so first thing, we have solidarity. If you're in partnership right now, I respect the power of solidarity and look for opportunities to unleash it. When a loved one has to do something tough, I'll heed their often silent but sometimes loud and whiny call and participate in the toughness with them. Everything is easier with a partner, cohort, sidekick joins you. When a partner, cohort, sidekick joins you. The only thing that's not easier is feeling resentment, which I suppose is the overall point. So making sure you're empathizing, putting yourself in their shoes, and kind of honoring their process. You don't have to be codependent in the idea of if you're having a bad day, I'm having a bad day, but just understanding that they may need, you to hold space for them, or that there might be something that they're experiencing that it's worthwhile to just pay attention to and acknowledge and respect. Okay, and if you are single, we have curiosity. Meeting new people, I remember what a treasure trove of opinions, interests, and stories they are. But these treasures will only be unlocked if I embrace my curiosity. So I'll be curious and you be interesting. Deal? So making sure you're taking an interest in people. Remember, people really like talking about themselves. It's true. They really do. And that actually can create connection with people faster. And so it doesn't mean you're feeding into narcissism, but it's just like leading with curiosity can actually deepen connections and relationships as they come up. Okay, and then let's do, I'm using Prisma Visions today. I'm just gonna, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna throw some cards down and see what comes up. I have a few other decks out that I'll pull out for you guys today. Whoop. Okay, so we have Page of Cups that just wants to kind of hang out. Leading with your emotions is going to be worthwhile. Stay open emotionally, open to your belief systems being challenged, open-hearted, open to receiving love. So the Page of Chalices or Cups is really good at having that childlike naivete where you don't know anything but how to receive love when you're very, very, very small. You're super receptive to that. You're like a sponge when it comes to emotional availability. As time goes on, as you have either trauma through romantic relationships or being with your, if you have dysfunctional parents or caretakers, all of that stuff kind of leaves an imprint. And the Page of Chalices is what reminds you to access that healthy, childlike openness to receiving. And so that is what will be really helpful for you this week. And then let's see what the central energy is. We have the Sun, vitality, vibrance, moving forward, connecting with people. It looks like this week is going to be really, not explosive. That was kind of the word that was coming up, but I mean expansive, like really, really exciting. There's a lot of energy this week. So especially because we have the masculine sitting up top. Okay, the crossing energy, we have 8 of Wands. This is that motivation, forward movement. You're making a lot of progress. Sometimes a part of that progress is taking a break. So if you felt quote unquote lazy, or like you haven't been getting anything done, or like you've had to rest, that's okay too if that's what's going on for you. But remember that taking rest breaks can also contribute to your productivity. People forget that, and so I like to remind you guys, it's not a bad thing to take breaks. It's not a bad thing to play or go on vacation. You're not setting yourself back, you're just recharging. So just view it like that. It's a means to an end. Okay, and what's shifting out this week? We have the Chariot. And so I'm going to clarify this one before I speak to it. Let's see. Page of Pentacles. That initiation energy is moving out. This week is going to be more about moving forward with what you've already initiated. It seems like this is speaking kind of to the Aries season. We have a lot of that cardinal energy back in March and April. And so now it's more about being consistent, moving forward, getting things done, having the endurance to see things through. That's more of the season that we have right now. And so whatever you've initiated, keep moving forward with it. That's really what this is going to be about, especially with the 8 of Wands. This is showing a lot of forward movement. It's a good day or a good week to take action on the things that have been sitting on your to-do list that you have been procrastinating on. And the oncoming energy, we have the High Priestess. I'm going to clarify this one as well. We already have themes of intuition showing up here. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining. Let's see the oncoming energy. Knight of Pentacles. It's speaking more to that endurance, but you want to make sure that you're not ignoring your intuition. It has things to share with you about the direction that you're going, and so you can depend on this in order to support you in making your decisions. Now, I get heat for this all the time when I tell people, like, you don't want your intuition to be the sole thing in the driver's seat, because your intuition is speaking more to the astral. where you still have an earth body, you still have human experiences, you still have things like bills to pay or kids to take care of. Those are all things that intuition doesn't always understand or recognize. And so you're a multifaceted person. It's not like we're exclusively spiritual or astral beings. There's a lot of other stuff going on and people forget that. So I am just here to remind you that really the goal about using intuition has to do with integration. And that's what this is reminding you, is you can have the more watery, dreamy, mutable, manifestation, all of the energetic stuff. And there's also the stuff going on in the physical world, more of the earth, like grounding, being present in your body. You don't want to be out in the astral all the time, okay? And so this is about balance with that. And the outward manifestation, we have the Magician. So this is tapping into all of those points of creation, what you're cultivating. Take some time to think about what you're working towards. So it's like with the forward movement, you want to make sure that you're still tapping into your vision and that you're paying attention to what you want. Are you making decisions that are in alignment with that? Did you get sidetracked? What exactly are you doing to get yourself to move in the direction that you want to go? And the more you can focus on that, the easier it's going to be for you to see clearly what it is that's going on. And in the subconscious, Queen of Swords, independence, really putting your foot down around boundaries. This is a great time to practice your no with things that you're not comfortable with or that you don't want to do. Boundaries are what keep relationships healthy. Don't forget that. So make sure you're really listening to your body and advocating for yourself in terms of what it is that you need this week. That is always worth doing. And I'm going to clarify this one as well. In the subconscious, we have Temperance. It's just about doing it in a way that's tactful and commands respect. So that is the big thing about boundaries. People think, especially if you're sensitive or if you have, if you've experienced codependency at all, a lot of the time we get told that setting boundaries is mean or wrong or bad, like it has to be done in a way that's angry. That's nonsense. It's just about how can we make this experience in a relationship, whether it be platonic, romantic, or professional, in a way that is going to allow us to carry forward in a way that makes us both feel respected, heard, seen, and appreciated. And that's really what boundaries is allowing you to do. And you can see that clearly. Don't forget that, especially with the High Priestess and the oncoming energy. Make sure you're paying attention to what your gut is telling you. Does your gut, is it urging you to set a boundary? Is it urging you to speak up for yourself or tell somebody how you feel? You know, those are things that can help you as well, especially around boundaries, because you know what's right for you. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay. Let's do a few 3-card picks. Hello, everybody, if you're just hopping on. Okay, and these are the animal cards, the animal spirit cards. If you watched the May readings on YouTube, I know I posted the link. Then this is what I used for the base of those readings. Okay, so you guys know the drill. You can either pick one of the cards that you want, or you can wait until I flip them over and give the interpretation. Okay, card number 1. Beaver. So think about how beavers have some of the greatest work ethics that you can think of when it comes to animals. It really is about dealing with the physical, the tangible, creation. You know, this is speaking more to what are you building for yourself. Think macro this week. Think big picture. Think long term. That's ultimately what you are going to be focusing on if you have this. Don't ignore your vision for the future. This is also going to be a great time to do a vision board as well, because that's going to give you the motivation that you need to continue building and working and hustling and getting things done and chipping away at your to-do list so that it doesn't become a total drain. If you have the inspiration behind you, suddenly taking action becomes easier. Card number 2, we have Bear. Taking time to rest is going to help you, but then you want it to be intentional, right? Bears hibernate for a reason. So look back at what you've been doing or what the pattern that's shown up in your life has been, and you want to think about how are you using that to your advantage. This is also about something is coming up with like nesting or home. Pay attention to how you feel when you go home. This is a lot of what's coming up is I see this a lot when I'm doing readings for people or when I have clients. They forget that their home really matters, and it's really important now than ever, more than ever, for you to create a safe space for yourself. So this is less about rest, but thinking about productive play and productive rest, how you're incorporating those into a consistent routine, as well as how do you feel when you go home? Do you feel like you're recharging your batteries there? Do you feel like you can truly, truly rest? Or is it chaotic and frustrating? If so, you have to remember that your home is going to feel more like a drain than, a place to recharge. And so there are little things that you can do to tweak that. It's just about, actually making the adjustments where necessary. And card number 3, we have Buffalo. So this is a lot of things. Like the word that's coming up for Buffalo is intuition, but this also has to do with dream time space. And I know that this isn't what a buffalo would traditionally represent, but there is a lot coming from this, especially because it's sitting on top of the high priestess, where I am encouraged to let you know, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your intuitive hits, pay attention to the integration of those or how those themes are showing up for you in your life. It's a great time to journal. This is also the other thing that's coming up is expression for the buffalo, is really honoring your truth and honoring your process. That is also coming up. Okay. And hello, Barbara. Thank you for joining and hopping on. Okay, I'm going to do another 3-card pick for you guys. This is the Tarot of Sexual Magic. So I'm reading this like a normal tarot deck, but they are like, the sexy cards that I usually use. Okay. Card number 1, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is all about, this is actually coming up as a person. This is like a brainstorming buddy. So think about who in your vicinity is really good to talk to. Can you collaborate with and kind of bounce ideas off of each other? It's like the message that's coming up is find that person, seek that person out and pick their brain this week. They have something for you in terms of either inspiration or ideas, or their ability to problem solve is going to help you work something out. Card number 2, we have the 6 of Pentacles. Reciprocation is big. This is also speaking to what I was talking about with boundaries. Make sure you're advocating for yourself. You don't want to ignore your own needs and resent people later. Make sure that you are communicating from the get-go what you need and really, really paying attention to who gives you what you need, who respects your boundaries, who is in your space where you feel that the relationship is well balanced, and who's in your space where you feel like the relationship is completely unbalanced. That's going to give you clues to what behaviors you've been doing to invite that into your life and how you can better practice your boundaries. Okay, and card number 3, we have 6 of Chalices, 6 of Cups. This is more of the nostalgia, looking back on situations and circumstances that provided a lot of healing and support. And it's just about that reminiscing, kind of looking back and saying, okay, this is why things played out this way. This is why I'm in this position now. It's not a bad thing. I don't mean to say that in a way that is like, I'm not trying to inspire melancholy here. I am just suggesting that there's information in past experiences that you're now integrating into who you are in present time, and pay attention to that nostalgia or the memories that are coming up. Is there somebody that you can't stop thinking about who's a part of your past? Maybe there's information for you there that is going to support you moving forward. Okay, and I'm going to do one more 3-card pick before we hop off. These cards, if you don't already know, I am using my my friend's oracle deck that she created, and each card has one word and then 3 phrases that are associated with it. So if you pick a card, you might find that there's one phrase that really stands out. Make sure you're paying attention to your own intuition and what it is that, really stands out to you. Okay. Card number 1. Refine. A tweak is needed. Don't start over just yet. Consider partnering with a gifted editor or mentor. A new level of mastery is calling to you. Okay, so moving on up. Make tweaks, make adjustments. Card number 2, curiosity. Come at the situation from a gentler, less demanding angle. Let yourself step forth without any solid answers. Start small. Try something new just for the fun of it. Okay, so lead with questions, ask. And I like the idea of starting small, baby steps. Just dip your toe in the water. You don't have to take a plunge right away. Okay, and card number 3, we have energy. Tend to your energy field. So funny that all these are sitting on top of the High Priestess. Explore unspoken communication. Give your precious chi with care. This is also telling me that it's a good time to work with somebody who does energy work, whatever flavor of that you like. It could even be acupuncture, or somebody who does more of like the cold reads. So it's just, it's kind of saying if you don't know how to tend to that on your own, then maybe you want to find somebody who can help you better understand that part of yourself. So again, whatever flavor of that you like might be beneficial for you. Okay, thank you so much everybody for joining me. It was super fun hopping on again. I'm glad to be back. And hello to everybody who is saying hi to me right now. Thank you. I appreciate every single one of you. And until next time, take really good care of yourself this week. And I will talk to you all later. Bye.